Excellencies, may we all rise to please welcome the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan. Please be seated. Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Honorable Ambassador Mahmoud Thabit Kombo, Minister for Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, His Excellency Ambassador of the Union of Comoros, Dr. Ahmada El-Badu Mohammed, Dean of the Diplomatic Corps of Tanzania, Honorable Kosato David Chumi, Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, Honorable Ambassador Dr. Samuel William Shelukindo, the Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East Africa Cooperation, Honorable Ambassador Stephen Mbundi, Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East Africa Cooperation, Honorable Ambassador Said Shehib Musa, Deputy Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, Excellencies, Ambassadors, High Commissioners, Heads of International Organizations, Chargé d'Affaires, and esteemed members of Diplomatic Corps, Honorable Ambassador Yusuf Tindi Mdolwa, Chief of Protocol, Director of Department of Protocol, Directors, Head of Departments from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the State House in Dar es Salaam. Today, January 14th, 2025, it's a beautiful day to gather here. And to start up our program, Your Excellency, the President of Tanzania, kindly allow me to welcome Honorable Ambassador Mahmoud Thabit Kombo to give welcoming remarks. Welcome.
Your Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Excellency, Dr. Ahmada Al-Badawi Mohammed Faqih Jamali Lail, Ambassador of the Union of Comoros and the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps in the United Republic of Tanzania, Honorable Kosato Chumi, Deputy Minister, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Dr. Samuel Shelukindo, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, Ambassador Stephen Mbundi, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, responsible for East African Affairs, Honorable Ambassador Said Sheib Musa, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, Excellencies, Ambassadors, High Commissioners, Head of Diplomatic Missions, and all heads of international organizations present here today, Chargé d'Affaires, distinguished guests, colleagues from President's Office, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all. Good evening to you all. That's better. Your Excellency, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, allow me first and foremost to express my deepest appreciation to you personally, Excellency, for hosting this very important and prestigious event this evening, which marks the beginning of the year and diplomatic calendar. It also serves as an opportunity to reflect on key developments of your government and the United Republic of Tanzania for the year 2024 and to outline the government's direction for the future for year 2025 and beyond. Secondly, Madam President, it is with great joy and heartfelt gratitude that I welcome you to this occasion, but also would like to welcome my dear colleagues, ambassadors, high commissioners, chargé d'affaires, and all heads of international organizations to this very special occasion this evening. Your presence here today speaks volumes about the enduring value of friendship and partnership that unite us as United Republic of Tanzania with all your countries that you represent here, together with international multilateral organizations present in Tanzania. Your Excellency, as I welcome you for the first time, all of you, in this occasion, as the Minister for Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, I wish to sincerely and deeply thank Your Excellency, Madam Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, for entrusting me with the responsibility of supporting your mission and vision in implementing Tanzania's foreign policy and further strengthening the great mark and championship that you have steered to where we are today successfully. I would also like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to Your Excellency for your unwavering passion and commitment to advancing Tanzania's bilateral, regional, and multilateral relations. Since assuming the presidency, Your Excellency, you have prioritized foreign relations with a sentiment echoed, which is a sentiment echoed by many distinguished guests who are here present today under your invitation. Under your leadership, Excellency President, Tanzania's reputation continues to shine on the global stage and throughout the multilateralism, keeping United Republic of Tanzania in our region on top in many spheres, including peace and stability. Your chairship of the SADC organ troika has proved this point clearly. Your Excellency, President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in my role as a Minister for Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, I had the privilege of engaging with many members of the diplomatic corps individually and collectively in November 2024. We had several bilateral and multilateral meetings and engagements with most of you, if not all. During these constructive dialogues, we discussed matters of mutual interest, including peace and security, political stability, civil rights, review of Tanzania's foreign policy, with issues also touching and related to tax and taxation and investment in the United Republic of Tanzania. Such engagements are essential for strengthening our bilateral relations, and I look forward very much to continuing this discussion and working session regularly in future under the leadership of Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan. I also wish to extend my deepest gratitude to the diplomatic community in the United Republic of Tanzania for your full support and cooperation since I assumed the office on 21st of July 2024. Your support has been instrumental in enabling me to fulfill the responsibility bestowed upon me by Her Excellency President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, and also I remain committed to fostering even closer collaboration and assure you that my door shall remain open to address the issues of concern between us, further strengthening existing relations. As this occasion is not mine directly, and we are all eagerly waiting to hear from Her Excellency later on, I would like to take the stage once again, Madam President, to thank you very much for calling this very special occasion tonight, and you will receive the feedback from ambassadors who are very happy to be invited here today by you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ambassador Thabit Kombo, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Your Excellency, with your permission, allow me to welcome His Excellency Almadia El-Badoui Mohamed Faki, Ambassador of the Union of Comoros and Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, for his remarks. Ambassador, karibu.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Like every year, allow me, His Excellency, to begin my speech by dua for that beautiful country and you and your family. Ambassador of Comoro will make the dua, and Agatino will follow me, inshallah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم إنا نستحفظك ونستودعك أدياننا وأنفسنا وأهلنا وكل شيء أعطيتنا اللهم اجعلنا وإياهم في كنفك وأمانك وجوارك وانذارك من كل شيطان مريد وجبار عنيد اللهم جملنا بالعافية والسلامة وحققنا بالتقوى والاستقامة وأعذنا من موجبات الندامة في الحال والمآل إنك سميع الدعاء اللهم اجعلنا يا ربي ووالدينا ومشايخنا ورئيسنا سميع سليم بن حسن والوزير ثابت كومبو وكل تنزانيا في أمان إن شاء الله في هذه الدولة والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Father Almighty, we are gathered here as a living sign of friendship, goodwill, and cooperation among the nations. We are devoutly imploring you to bestow your blessings, first of all, upon Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, her family, dear ones, collaborators, and at any level in the government, and high leaders of this beloved country, as well as on all the Tanzanian people. At the same time, we ask you to bless also every single head of state and citizens of the countries represented here. Grant that this world, afflicted by division, hatred, greed, and reckless craving for prevarication, may, through your abundant grace, finally be in peace, serenity, mutual help, and solidarity for a better and a brighter future. Knowing your tender love for every one of us, touch with your divine presence our hearts, and let them release every goodness which we, out of our frail nature, keep as prisoners in the dark side of our conscience. We ask all of this to you, our merciful and omnipotent God, since you are our Creator, Redeemer, and final consolation. Amen.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا وشفيعنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم أما بعد Mheshimiwa Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, Raisi wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, Mheshimiwa Mahmud Thabit Kombo, Waziri wa Mambo ya Nje na Mshirikiano wa Afrika, Naibu Waziri, Katibu Mkuu, Naibu Katibu wa Mambo ya Nje and East African Cooperation, Mama yetu Family Daoud Aboud, President of African Court, Mheshimiwa Yusuf, Chief Protocol, wakurugenzi wa idara, mabalozi na mashirika wa taifa, mabibi na wababa, wageni waalikwa, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Je suis particulièrement heureux d'avoir ce privilège de m'adresser à vous, Madame la Présidente. Je suis particulièrement heureux d'avoir ce privilège de m'adresser à vous, Madame la Présidente, au nom de tous mes collègues du corps diplomatique, à l'occasion de cette réception marquant le nouvel an 2025, chérie Patti. Nous, diplomates, résidents et non résidents, représentant les différents pays et organisations internationales, voudrons saisir cette opportunité pour vous présenter nos vœux de bonheur, de santé, de prospérité et de réussite pour vous-même, votre honorable famille, votre gouvernement et le peuple tanzanien. Madame la Présidente, comme il est de coutume, chaque année vous nous donnez l'occasion de nous recevoir dans ce palais présidentiel à Ikulu qui se trouve dans la capitale de la paix. Cela fait un an ici même. Vous avez mentionné les programmes, les chantiers, les projets que votre gouvernement allait entreprendre au cours de l'année 2024. Permettez-nous de vous féliciter, Madame la Présidente, pour avoir réalisé le programme tel qu'annoncé l'année dernière, sans oublier les élections générales qui se sont déroulées d'une manière démocratique et transparente. Malgré les difficultés rencontrées, ainsi que les défis et les obstacles surmontés dans le processus de mise en œuvre de votre plan d'action annuel, votre engagement, votre ténacité et votre conviction vous ont fait offrir des résultats très satisfaisants et tangibles. Néanmoins, Madame la Présidente, à cause de votre résilience face aux défis et de votre engagement personnel à améliorer les conditions de vie des Tanzaniens et Tanzaniennes, il ne pouvait en être autrement. C'est cette force qui vous a permis d'atteindre vos objectifs. Madame la Présidente, honorables invités, Mesdames et Messieurs, permettez-moi ici d'illustrer quelques réalisations de votre programme auxquelles nous avons pris part en 2024. Le corps diplomatique a été le témoin de l'inauguration du train électrique entre Dar es Salaam et Dodoma, qui a réduit à moitié le trajet par autobus et facilite la circulation d'une manière significative entre les deux capitales, tout comme nous sommes témoins des travaux d'achèvement des infrastructures routières de Dar es Salaam et Zanzibar, sans oublier les initiatives de votre gouvernement dans le domaine de l'énergie, la santé, l'éducation, l'eau et l'agriculture. Madame la Présidente, honorables invités, Mesdames et Messieurs, je voudrais vous exprimer notre appréciation sur la croissance économique de la Tanzanie qui est restée résiliente avec un faible taux d'inflation. Les déficits budgétaires se réduisent grâce à l'amélioration de la collecte des impôts et aux bonnes performances commerciales. Les perspectives à moyen terme sont positives, Madame la Présidente. La croissance du PIB devant s'aligner plus étroitement sur son potentiel à long terme, soutenu par les réformes structurelles en cours de l'amélioration de l'environnement des affaires, source Banque mondiale. Madame la Présidente, honorables invités, Mesdames et Messieurs, le corps diplomatique apprécie hautement la tolérance religieuse, acceptant les valeurs religieuses de toutes les confessions existantes en Tanzanie et la liberté de pratiquer la foi conformément à leurs dogmes. Je voudrais bien saisir cette occasion à travers vous, remercier le président de Zanzibar et son gouvernement, le ministère des Affaires étrangères, pour l'organisation, l'accueil, l'hospitalité que le groupe des ambassadeurs africains a bénéficié lors de sa visite de terrain. Lors de la visite au champ des épices, le groupe s'est rendu compte de l'existence des épices produites à la fois pour être utilisées dans les préparations culinaires, mais d'autres qui sont des médicaments utilisés à titre préventif ou bien curatif. Nous pensons qu'il est temps d'encourager
wa kuhamasisha uzalishaji mkubwa wa viungo hivyo na kuboresha kutumia njia za kisayansi ili kuweza kuimarisha madawa ya Afrika. Kundi hilo pia lilipata fursa ya kutembelea misitu ya mikoko Zanzibar, ambayo ipo kwa wingi Zanzibar na Pemba, na yenye nafasi kubwa katika mapambano dhidi ya mabadiliko ya tabia nchi na uhifadhi wa bioanuwai ya baharini. Kiukweli mikoko inalinda pwani za bahari, inalinda bioanuwai ya bahari, lakini pia inapunguza kaboni, kusafisha maji, lakini pia inasaidia jamii za wenyeji kwa ajili ya uvuvi na kupitia rasilimali za asili, lakini pia inasaidia kulinda mazingira na kuzihifadhi jamii za wenyeji. Mheshimiwa Rais, mabibi na mabwana, tunatoa shukurani zetu kwa Mheshimiwa Balozi Mahmoud Thabit Kombo, Waziri wa Mambo ya Nje, kwa ajili ya hatua zake alizochukua kwa kipindi cha miezi chini ya 6. Narudia tena, chini ya miezi 6. Kutokana na uthubutu wake na dira ya kimkakati, ameweza kudumisha ushirikiano na nchi zetu mbalimbali na kuimarisha usalama miongoni mwa jamii ya mabalozi kwenye ngazi ya taifa. Pia ameweza kuhakikisha kwamba tunaishi vyema hapa Tanzania na kujisikia tupo njiani. Wakati wa mkutano wake wa kwanza na jumuiya ya mabalozi, Mheshimiwa Mahmud alitushangaza kwa kuwakusanya viongozi mbalimbali wa Tanzania ili kusikiliza malalamiko ya mabalozi ambayo kwa muda mrefu hayakupata majibu, na akaanzisha mchakato wa kutafuta masuluhisho. Shukrani zetu pia zinaenda kwa serikali yako Mheshimiwa Rais na wananchi wa nchi hii nzuri kwa ajili ya msaada wao, urafiki, ukarimu ambao tumeupata wakati wote, na kuhakikisha kwamba watekeleza majukumu yetu vizuri na kujisikia tupo nyumbani. Mheshimiwa Rais. Mheshimiwa Rais, wageni waalikwa, mabibi na mabwana, kipindi cha mwaka uliopita baadhi ya wenzetu wamepata fursa ya kuandaa ziara za ngazi ya juu ikiwahusisha wakuu wa nchi na serikali. Tunakushukuru Mheshimiwa Rais kwa makaribisho mazuri na makubwa ambayo uliyatoa katika ziara hizo, la pia na majadiliano yenye manufaa na pia kwa kueleza kwa uwazi maono yake na maono yako na mategemeo yako kwa washirika hawa wa kimataifa. Baadhi ya ziara hizo zilipelekea kusainiwa kwa mikataba mbalimbali na hivyo kukuza zaidi ushirikiano. Kama unavyofahamu Mheshimiwa Rais, katika mawanda ya kidiplomasia, ndoto kubwa ya kila balozi ni kuona mkuu wake wa nchi akitembea nchi anakowakilisha. Ninaendelea kuamini kwamba mabalozi wengi uliowatuma katika nchi mbalimbali duniani wanasubiri siku hiyo, na pia wenzangu walioko hapa ambao wamepokea marais wao hapa ambapo wewe mwenyewe ulihusika kuwapokea, wanatoa shukurani zao kwako na kukushukuru kwa kupandisha hadhi zao kama mabalozi. Na kushukuru pia Mheshimiwa Rais kwa kutushirikisha mpango ambao serikali yako inataka kutekeleza kwa mwaka unaoendelea 2025. Ninayo imani kwamba kwa niaba ya wenzangu wote tupo tayari kuunga mkono jitihada zako ambazo zinahitaji mchango wetu. Jitihada hizo ni pamoja na mapambano dhidi ya ufisadi, kuboresha ustawi wa Watanzania wote kupitia maendeleo jumuishi, mapambano dhidi ya umaskini, kuboresha mfumo wa elimu, lakini pia kuhakikisha kwamba wote wanaweza kunufaika na utajiri na rasilimali za nchi hii. Vile vile tupo tayari kukuunga mkono ili kuuza uwezo unaohitaji ili kuyafikia malengo yako. Tunatamani kuona kwamba mpango ambao umeanzishwa na Wizara ya Mambo ya Nje ambayo iko chini ya Thabit Kombo, lakini serikali ya Komoro, lakini pia na Zanzibar katika kutekeleza mchakato wa kuunda tume ya pamoja ya ushirikiano. Kwa wale ambao tayari wameanza mchakato huo, tunategemea wataendeleza jitihada hizo, na wale ambao hawajaanza bado mchakato huo, tunategemea mpango utafanyika katika mwaka 2025 kuelekea kwenye kuunda kamisheni hiyo. Idumu Tanzania, udumu ushirikiano wa kimataifa. Asante sana.
Thank you. Wa jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum.
Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much. Please, another round of applause to the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps and the Ambassador of the Union of Comoros. Your Excellency, the next item in the program of the New Year Diplomatic Sherry Party, please do allow me to welcome again the Honorable Minister to welcome you to speak to the members of the Diplomatic Corps. Honorable Ambassador Mohamed Thabit Kombo, welcome.
Your Excellency, President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania. As you are fully aware, this is your event, and the audience, all excellencies and distinguished guests, are eagerly awaiting for your remarks. So it is my great honor that I would like now to invite you officially to address this diplomatic audience. Mheshimiwa Rais, karibu sana.
Please be seated. Thank you. Honorable Ambassador Mahmoud Thabit Kombo, Minister of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, Honorable Deputy Ministers, Permanent Secretaries and Deputy Permanent Secretaries, Your Excellency Dr. Ahmad El-Badawi Mohamed Faki, Ambassador of the Union of Comoros and Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, Excellencies, Heads of Diplomatic Missions and International Organizations, Heads of Departments, Minister of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, members of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a distinct honor to welcome you all to this gathering, the Sherry Party. I don't know why it's called the Sherry Party. And to welcome you to the State House. As this is our first encounter of the new year, on behalf of the government and people of the United Republic of Tanzania, want to wish you all a happy and prosperous new year. Let me also seize this opportunity to welcome the new members of the diplomatic community. Please do feel at home. You can count on our support during your tour of duty as we work to strengthen our relations and cultivate meaningful partnerships. Allow me now to thank very sincerely the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps for the great speech, the speech that had the congratulatory message, that highlighted what has been done by my government, that has mentioned other diplomatic activities performed, and also highlighted diplomatic visits made. Thank you very much. United Republic of Tanzania stands firm in its commitment to continue engaging with the international community to foster cordial relations, increase economic interactions, strengthen global partnerships, and promote international peace and security. I also underscore our commitment to the principles of mutual respect, inclusivity, and shared prosperity. Excellencies, the year 2024 was a historic one for Tanzania as we marked 60 years of the founding of the United Republic of Tanzania. Our unity and cohesion continue to weave the social fabric into the canvas on which rests our development aspirations. To further promote unity and cohesion, as I've done since my assumption to office, it is my desire to continue to prioritize reconciliation, resilience, reforms, and rebuilding principles which have contributed to Tanzania's progress and transformation by creating conducive environment for business and investment to thrive. Looking on the economy of our country, similar to the past few years when Tanzania continued to witness commendable progress and transformational changes, the year 2024 was no different. The GDP grew at a rate of 5.4%, a slight increase from 5.3% growth for the same entire year of 2023, both far and above the 3.8% that the African Development Bank estimated at the average growth rate on our continent. We attracted substantial foreign direct investments with over $7.75 billion worth of projects registered in 2024 alone. Zanzibar also demonstrated remarkable progress, attracting about 116 projects with a combined value of $0.62 billion, generating approximately 3,376 jobs and reinforcing its critical role in the nation's economic diversification. These surge investments reflect the growing confidence in our commitment to a sustainable development and inclusive economic growth, positioning Tanzania as a key player regionally and globally. The favorable outlooks given by Fitch and Moody's in 2024 further reaffirm international confidence in our economic growth trajectory and resilience. Excellencies, we have seen growth in many sectors, and for instance, the export sector has equally achieved significant milestones, with exports of goods and services estimated at $15 billion by September 2024, representing approximately 19% of GDP, as an impressive growth, an impressive rise from $13.5 billion in 2023. Growth in the agriculture sector has raised food self-sufficiency ratio to 128% and expanded exports of priority crops, enabling Tanzania to play a crucial role in a regional food security. Tourism, a cornerstone of Tanzania's economic transformation, earned an estimated $3.6 billion in 2024, up from $3.4 billion in 2023 and $2.5 billion in 2022. This growth underscores the sector's pivotal role, contributing over 17% to GDP and 24% of foreign exchange earnings. We remain committed to promote growth in this sector and propelling to our target of welcoming 5 million tourists a year. A strong economy needs skilled and healthy workforce. With this in mind, we have continued to invest in improving the quality and increase access to health services. This will continue to be a priority area, notably as pertains to child and maternal health services. On education, in 2024, we began implementing the changes to our education system, which will transform it from a knowledge-based to a skills-based system. This is in line with our aspiration to ensure our youth are fit to meet the demand of the labor market. Excellencies, in 2024, we reached key milestones as some of our flagship infrastructure projects took off. The launch of the standard gauge railway or railway services between Dar es Salaam and Dodoma and the Julius Nyerere hydropower project are expected to bring about transformative changes in our economic landscape by enhancing connectivity, ensuring energy reliability, and catalyzing industrialization. Another area of priority for us was managing our tax administration. So last year, we formed the task force, which was entrusted to research and study our tax system and then come up with a recommendation to make it better. So we are expecting to receive the report maybe in March this year. Excellencies, in all respects, the achievements cited, coupled with the government's unwavering commitment to foster a competitive and inclusive business environment, position Tanzania as an unparalleled hub for both trade and investment. The time to harness Tanzania's immense potential is now. We welcome our friends and partners to be an integral part of this transformation. Talking of governance, as I noted, the 4 R's principle have continued to be our guide. We have worked tirelessly to advance democratic reforms and foster political inclusivity. Through reconciliation efforts, we have created an environment that encourages open dialogue, promotes unity, and consolidates our democratic institutions for the benefit of all Tanzanians. These dialogues have enabled us to introduce landmark electoral reforms, strengthen the credibility of our electoral processes, and ensure peaceful local government polls in 2024. As we prepare for the 2025 general elections, we are committed to uphold transparency, accountability, and the rule of law. Equally important, that we expect to conduct political dialogues so as to keep you, the diplomatic community, informed throughout the election period in the manner prescribed by the relevant authorities. The intention is to provide first-hand information rather than letting you mesmerized by the distorted information. Excellencies, in 2024, Tanzania worked to strengthen its bilateral ties with your respective countries. From high-level visits to technical exchanges between Tanzania and your countries, we were able to establish vital platforms and conclude agreements that will deepen bilateral cooperation in areas key to Tanzania's development. I thank you, High Commissioners and Ambassadors, for your collaboration in realizing these visits. These interactions have not only served to contribute to increase the trade and investment, but they have also opened up the opportunities in key sectors such as socioeconomic sectors, energy, ICT, defense, and the blue economy. We'll continue to advance bilateral engagements to drive growth and advance mutual beneficial partnerships. Furthermore, we will continue to advance cooperation to foster a conducive environment for trade and investment. On regional perspective, regional integration remains a cornerstone of Tanzania's foreign policy. In November last year, Tanzania was honored to host the East African Community Summit as we marked the 25th anniversary since its re-establishment. Having grown from 3 to 8 partner states, the EAC integration has bolstered intra-regional trade, which rose 6-fold from $1.8 billion in 2005 to $12.1 billion in 2023. Increased capital flows and provided essential goods and services that are critical for industrialization. With its expanding membership, the EAC now presents a population of over 302 million and a combined GDP of US $312.9 billion. While progress has been substantial, challenges such as non-tariff barriers, inadequate hard and soft infrastructure, connectivity, and pockets of instability persist. Tanzania remains committed to addressing these issues in collaboration with the partner states, and we extend gratitude to all of our partners for their continued support in advancing the region's integration agenda. Excellencies, in August 2024, my country assumed the chairmanship of the Southern African Development Community organ on politics, defense, and security cooperation that reinforces its commitment to regional peace and stability. Tanzania commends the Republic of Botswana, Mauritius, Mozambique, and Namibia, which have held elections, and for advancing the region's aspiration of consolidating democracy through general elections. We also commend Angola for their facilitation of the Luanda process. We'll continue to work in collaboration with SADC member states to promote peace and stability in the region, and we will also continue playing our role in peacekeeping in the region and beyond. In March 2024, as monthly chair of the African Union's Peace and Security Council, Tanzania hosted the commemoration of the 20th anniversary of the establishment of this continental organ, charged with promoting peace, security, and stability in Africa. We took note of the achievements made, as well as the key threats and institutional gaps. With the wide-ranging challenges facing the continent, we believe the AU, or African Union Summit, next month will be pivotal in enhancing the capacity of this continental body to meet the needs and aspirations of its people. The United Republic of Tanzania remains resolute in its commitment to fostering good neighborliness, African unity, and cooperation. Our active participation in sub-regional, regional, and continental organizations such as the EAC, SADC, AU, and ICGLR will continue to focus on advancing regional integration, promoting peace and security across the continent, and fostering inclusive socioeconomic development. Looking at the global perspective, despite ongoing geopolitical tensions and its impact on economic performances, there are signs of cautious optimism as the global economy is projected to grow by 3.3% in 2025, up from 3.2% in 2024. Notwithstanding this situation, we remain vigilant against risks that could hinder this progress. Addressing these challenges require collective action to curb tensions and ensure resources are properly channeled towards achieving sustainable development goals. Moreover, reforming global governance institutions is essential to create a more equitable, representative, and effective framework for decision-making. Excellencies, 2024 was an eventful year, and the events of 2024 once more underscored the importance of strengthening multilateralism to address global crises. Dialogue and diplomacy are critical in resolving the ongoing conflicts and mitigating the effects of unilateral measures that contravene international norms, customs, and laws. Additionally, ensuring global and regional stability also needs collective action against international terror or terror networks and trans-border crimes. We in Tanzania reaffirm our commitment to working with partners in combating these challenges and to foster peace and security worldwide. Tanzania also remains steadfast in its support for climate action. Building on recent multilateral forums such as COP29 in Baku and the G20 summit in Rio de Janeiro, our efforts focus on advancing renewable energy initiatives addressing climate resilience and ensuring equitable access to global climate finance and debt sustainability. Similarly, addressing global health challenges remains a priority, particularly in combating outbreaks such as monkeypox, measles, Marburg, and COVID-19. Equitable access to vaccines and effective healthcare systems are essential to ensure better health services as a fundamental human right for all. Tanzania will continue to be an active and reliable global partner. Our participation and contribution to the Summit on Clean Cooking in Africa, convened by the International Energy Agency, the Saudi Africa Summit, the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, and the G20 Summit in Rio de Janeiro, and the Korean African Summit, the launch of African-Italy Matei Plan, and engagement with the Millennium Challenge Compact, all point our commitment to furthering global sustainable development. Through these platforms, Tanzania has championed initiatives such as the $12 billion Clean Cooking Transition Facility for Women in Africa, advocated for food security, and pushed for reforms in the global financial architecture. Excellencies, as we look ahead in the year 2025, Tanzania remains steadfast in advancing its foreign policy priorities, focusing on fostering regional and international cooperation to address pressing global challenges. A key milestone early on this year will be Tanzania hosting of the African Heads of State Energy Summit, M300 or Mission 300, in partnership with the World Bank, the African Development Bank, and the African Union. This summit will bring together leaders, policymakers, and industry experts from across the continent with an ambitious goal to connect 300 million Africans to electricity. This summit represents a defining moment in Africa or Africa's efforts to achieve energy security and sustainable development. But to us, the summit is also taking place at an interesting point for Tanzania. On one hand, we have enhanced our country's energy generation capacity through the 2,115 megawatt Julius Nyerere hydropower project being finalized by the Egyptian El Swedi Electric in partnership with the Arab contractors. It is also coming at a time when Tanzania has connected to the East African power pool with Kenya, and energy transmission trials are currently underway. Backed by the World Bank, work is also underway to link Tanzania to the Southern African power pool via Zambia, completion of which will be a key step to enabling Tanzania serving as a country linking the Eastern African and Southern African power pools, and thus facilitating trade in energy and contribute to access to electricity for people from Egypt to South Africa. The summit is also coming at a time when Tanzania has completed two interstate energy generation projects on trans-boundary water resources. One which I launched with President Yoweri Museveni of Uganda on Africa Day in 2023, the Murongo Kikagati hydropower project, and another one which I'll soon inaugurate with the excellencies, the presidents of Burundi and Rwanda, the Rusumo hydropower projects. I firmly believe the Africa Energy Summit will provide a platform for fostering further collaboration, sharing innovative solutions, and mobilizing resources to tackle the continent's energy challenges. Tanzania is honored to play a leading role in these efforts, reaffirming its commitment to advancing energy access and sustainability across Africa. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, in addition to the Energy Summit, at international forums, including the 4th International Conference on Financing for Development, 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development, TICAD 9, the World Expo 2025 in Japan, COP30, and the Indian African Summit, Tanzania will continue to champion the priorities of the African continent, including debt relief and access to concessional financing, climate financing, and enhancing global peace and stability. Our active participation in these forums reflects an unwavering commitment to fostering multilateralism and achieving shared prosperity. Furthermore, Tanzania will deepen its regional cooperation through platforms such as AU, the EAC, and SADC, with a focus on strengthening trade, economic integration, and people-to-people exchanges through these frameworks. These efforts align with our broader vision of creating a unified, resilient, and prosperous Africa. In 2025, we'll finalize 2 key strategic documents. One is the Tanzania Development Vision. The new vision document will not only guide our development priorities and plans for the coming decades, but will also guide and engagement with our partners. The second is the review of our foreign policy, whereas it will reiterate our founding principles and reaffirm our traditional policy stances. It will also seek to enhance our approach to economic diplomacy to modernize and industrialize the country's economy. The new policy document shall consider provision for special status for the Tanzania diaspora community to participate in Tanzania's development. Excellencies, in conclusion, allow me to extend my heartfelt gratitude to your presence here today, for your presence here today. We continue to count on your friendship and solidarity as we continue to navigate shared challenges and seize opportunities for collective progress. Your invaluable contributions to Tanzania's development and your unwavering support in addressing global challenges are deeply appreciated. As we step into this new year, let us renew our shared commitment to dialogue, partnership, and multilateralism. Rest assured that Tanzania remains a reliable partner and advocate for inclusivity, solidarity, and also shared prosperity. With those words, I now wish you a prosperous and successful year ahead. Now, may I invite you to join me in proposing a toast. Do we have glasses? So it's going to be an empty-handed, or we'll do it when we have our dinner. Yeah, that's better. So thank you very much. Thank you for your kind attention. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for a great New Year Diplomatic Sherry Party speech. Coming up next, Your Excellency, in our program is you will meet as you continue to have a short rest. I would like to announce the group photos that we will have right after you finish greeting all the members of the diplomatic corps. So the first photograph we will have excellencies, ambassadors, and high commissioners. That's number one. If there are too many, we will put you in 2 groups. And then the second photograph, Your Excellency, will have charge d'affaires. And then the third photograph will have members from the international organizations. And the fourth photograph will be honorary consuls. And last but not least, we will have management from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Your Excellency, when you're ready, you good? Okay. So, Your Excellency, as you're aware, the members are seated by the order of presidents. And with that, I will kindly ask the Dean to lead the greetings, very brief greetings, to Our Excellency. Yes, please. And then you will proceed outside, ready for photographs. Asante sana, Balozi. Thank you very much. A kind reminder to all diplomats, kindly be brief. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.